So what would happen to the United States if we abruptly got rid of fossil fuels? Mark Stein lives in a cold place, and in fact, heats with wood, so he's thought about this, and he joins us tonight. So we enact the AOC plan, what happens?
Well, the AOC plan strikingly pledges to get rid of most forms of transportation and indeed cows. So you can give up your Chevy Suburban and take your cow to work. The cow actually is more devastating to the environment than the Chevy Suburban. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's document actually says that she's committed to ridding America of flatulent cows and airplanes. I always take a flatulent cow on an airplane as my emotional support animal. It means that 20 minutes out of LAX, you've got the whole first-class compartment all to yourself. Nobody's in there. But the Europeans actually tried this. And they basically, the Irish were going to impose a tax of 13 euros per cow, and the Danes were going to impose a tax of 80 euros per cow, because apparently a Danish Holstein is 6 times as flatulent as an Irish Hereford. So in theory, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is onto something, that you could, as the Europeans considered, actually have a flatulence offset regime. Obviously, you'd need a Secretary of Flatulence in the cabinet that would actually, Vermont, for example, has a lot of Holsteins. They're the black and white cows that look like the governor of Virginia with only half his makeup on. And you could take those, Vermont would be able to trade its flatulence to Washington, D.C., where it could hang like a giant cloud over Congress. I've read this document in some detail. I think there are a lot of very interesting ideas in here.
One of them, I just want to reassure our viewers, you're not joking, you have read it, and it does say that she would like to get rid of airplanes and replace them with trains. That doesn't seem like a giant leap forward to me.
No, well, everybody's, for example, the railroads were wood-fired. You couldn't actually, when they started, you couldn't actually do that now. The whole point of this is that if light rail was effective, Democrats like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez what they actually want is to cease movement of people. And it's amazing when even supposedly conservative parties like the UK Conservative Party actually considered giving citizens a carbon allowance to prevent them, for example, taking long-haul flights to vacations in Florida. Now, when the Soviets tried to do it, we called that totalitarianism. Suddenly, all you have to do is put an environmental label on it, and everyone is in favor of restricting freedom of movement. I mean, that's where this is headed.
They're more self-righteous than the Soviets ever were. She is. That's
true.
Mark Stein, great to see you. Thank you. And
thanks a lot, Tucker.